before. You understand what I'm saying? Some sort of history on it. Now, I hear people talking about, well, I really don't like what wrestling has become. Well, I was part of the WrestleCon out of WrestleMania, and I went to WrestleMania, and I got a chance to watch a lot of different wrestling shows. And a lot of times people say, man, I think wrestling's dead. Well, wrestling is not dead, but it's alive and very well. But it's just on different levels. You'll go to some shows that might be in the storefront. You'll go to some shows that might be in an arena. Like we just had a show that was on a couple months ago in March. We had 900 people there over in Frankfort, Ohio. So there's wrestling's alive and well. There's still lots of things going on. But the main key to wrestling is learning to wrestle, but not only learning to wrestle, but also it comes with wanting to make some money. So you guys are in the right place when you got Cody here. As a matter of fact, some of the guys that he's taught before, you see where they're at today. You don't ever want to learn or listen to anybody that's never been anywhere. Somebody, say for example, if Cody's teaching you and this and that, and the guy walks over to you and says, man, listen, I seen the way you done this and that, and I just don't think that's the way it should be done. You check that man's credentials before you listen to him, you understand? If he ain't left the county in his wrestling career, then just say, hey, I appreciate your word of knowledge to me. I appreciate you helping me. Thank you, but forget everything he said. Because I had a guy tell me, and I've been wrestling, like I said, for many, many years. He said, Bobby, you just can't, you don't know how to even hit the ropes. Now there's people, and I'll say this before we start, that's teaching people to hit the ropes like this. They're teaching people that when they fly into the ropes today, and I see Rey Mysterio do this, but you got to think Rey Mysterio's 5 foot what? 2. He's got to do that out of danger. Look here, if you're anybody our size, when we hit them ropes, man, always hit them like this, and I tell people to put your hip right here, your foot's already there, my hand's here so it don't go over and I do this. But see Rey Mysterio, he hits it like this because you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But just because you see someone on TV doing something, I mean, he's above the norm, he's a tremendous wrestler, performer, and this and that, but the thing of it is, you have to understand the basics before you can do anything else. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, and I know you're all a little bit different in the training, I want to, and you won't take no bumps, just my son Dylan, he's going to kind of work with us, the other guys getting ready. 8. I'll be 9. I want you, who's been training here the least amount of time?
Well, guys are in the current class.
Okay, listen. I want you two to come here and lock up for me. I want you to lock up where I can see you. This way. I want you to do like the velvet run. I want you to lock up. That's not bad, but listen, I want to tell you this, guys. When you lock up with someone, reach out here. And your foot goes in. This one, my foot is here. You understand what I'm saying? You don't ever want to be locked up like this. I mean, once you lock up with someone, then you can kind of move in. And Robert Gibson's telling guys now, because so many people don't know, here's what he's telling Cody. He says, when you lock up with me. Because everybody's headbutting you in the face and the nose. So when we lock up, we're going to stand tall. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to hold on. We're going to lock up with you. Hold on. We're going to lock up. Then we're going to lock up and we're going to be out here like this, right? You see how many it is to go here? And everybody's going to lock up a little bit different, but it's called a collar and elbow lock up. So remember, it's a collar and elbow. You understand? Your foot's in here. Now lock up. Reach out. Are you comfortable with that? I'm going to put your hand down here. It's a collar and elbow. All right? You understand?
Okay. Good?
Yeah. That's fine. If you can, when you step, watch. Walk up. You see what I put into it? The people can see and hear, but they cannot feel, right? You understand? When you lock up, you want to try to make it look like you're ripping each other apart. Do it. Ah! Back, no, you're leaning too far in.
Okay.
Reach yourself out a little bit. You guys go out there and work on that. The next two guys. I want you to lock up. I want you to lock up. I want you to reach out. I want you to. That's better. Get your head back. Don't lean. You're leaning your head in. Get your head back. Put your head back right in. Lock up. That's nice. That's a nice sound. And people can see in here, but you cannot feel, right? Go ahead and get it. When you pull your hood down a little bit. That's nice. That's nice. Move around a little bit. What if you leave moving around? That's nice. That's good. That's nice. Next two guys. Don't lean in with your head. Don't lean in with your head, right? Okay, hold it, stop. I want you to lock up with me. You're tall. I want you to lock up with me. I want you to lock up with them. And be back right here. Don't be over in here. Just reach your arms out. You got longer arms. You got longer reach in him. Collar and elbow. Remember those words, collar and elbow. That's where your arms need to be when you lock up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, lock up again. Walk around in a bit of a circle, guys. Stop a minute. Let go of the lock up. Walk around in a bit of a circle when they're locked up. That's not bad. Remember, you guys don't want to hit each other, so try to reach out there a little bit. You understand? And I know this is the very basics, but that's fine. Okay, next two guys. Dylan. These are, okay, lock up with them. Reach in there, arms straight. Where's your arm at, Dylan? Lock up with it, like that. Okay, so your arm over top of his arm over there? Okay, good, lock up again. And Cody, if you see something on my side, I can't see. I mean, don't hesitate, because they're here to learn. Walk around and lock up one more time. Feeling more comfortable?
Yep.
Because in a minute we'll bring you right back in here. Okay, stop. Remember your partners. Remember the guys you're doing this stuff with, because you guys will be partners. You two, you're not doing it. Next, come on in. Is there one more guy left? Is there one more guy left? Cody. That's good. Yes, go around. Always go around. Always. And even like for example, just because you're there, you guys can kind of come like this, just circle around like we're going to do it. You can pull your hand away. You know what I'm saying? I mean, make it look like a competition. Like try to leg guys. I'm here, and then we finally lock up, right? And when we lock up. Like that, brother. You understand? Good. Now, Cody, with him, let him grab your arm on you, and then we'll go backwards. Just get his arm. And there's all different ways, but just get his wrist and just grab it, okay? I want to show you something. And this can be anybody's. Come right here and watch. Anybody. One way I learned to do this, and then when you do it, as you're sliding back, one way I learned is my hand's already here, I want you to watch. I'm not going to come on this side here. But all I'm going to do is I'm turning, and then I'm grabbing. You see what I did? So I'm already here. Instead of sliding back the arm, grabbing it, I'm here. And no one can say he can get that out, right? Then I grab his wrist and go. But I mean, it's perfectly fine the way he did it, but I want to try to give a variation too. A lot of guys will slide the arm back like this and grab it like he did. But if you're already there, why don't you just, you know what I mean? It's already here, right? And you grab it up here. And the other thing is this, and the other main thing that they're not doing today, is anytime, if I have a move on him, you see my face? Now you sell it with your face. You understand? He ain't standing there chewing. It's a very important thing they're not doing today. The people can see and hear, but they cannot feel. Do you understand? So, and he's selling it with his face, you see? It's a very simple thing, yet overlooked. That people don't do it. Because don't sell, Cody. Don't sell with your face at all. Just stay there. Just don't even. It's just like, it's kind of like going, look here. But once he does that, twist it. Look. Makes you think you twist his arm off, right? They can see and hear, but they cannot feel. When you notice, actually, when we lock up with it. Feel how I feel? Now, but what I'm going to say is, if I just go like this, I know it's fast and nice, but you understand what I'm saying? There's a time to do that, but we're not. Because I remember, Harry Houdini. I remember years ago, I had promoted boxing for years, and I promoted cage fights. And I watched on the UFC a guy go like this, and the crowd started popping on the UFC fight. And then he took his arm and twisted it back. And that's when I realized that all that was just like professional wrestling. You understand? Because the people want me to twist that arm. And a lot of guys call it mileage. You understand what I'm saying? By that simple things. Do you understand? Yes. So you, on your own time, you go home. And if you have to pinch your ear or whatever it takes, but you learn your face is in the mirror. You know what you look like when you're happy. You know what you look like when you're mad. So that you can say, man, I can tell he's mad. You don't understand what I'm saying? Or like, you're scared, right? Or, I'm in pain. I mean, we're the greatest entertainers of all time. I mean, we're on four sides working. But you understand that facial expression is very, very important to learn. You're happy, as I said, you're happy. Like, yeah, like, you understand. You know, learn all those facial expressions and learn how to do them. So that when it comes your time, if you reach up and touch me, like just touch me in the cheek, I can react right away with it. And sell. See what I'm saying? So you'll learn that at home, right? And then as you come, you practice. Fire up. How are you going to act, man? Come on. How are you? No, hold it. If I say for example, if I'm the baby face, I fire up on you. How are you going to act? I'm the baby face.
I'm the heel, right?
Yeah, you're the heel. You're not going to do that. You're like, you be the baby face. I'll be. Come on, fight me like a man. Hold on now, just a second. You understand what I'm saying? Well, nowadays, anyway, and we'll get to that in a little bit. When they get in the ring anymore, you don't know who the baby face in the heel is, do you? But see, it's like I told Cody on my shows, and him and Matt had a match. The first match is the most important match on the card. They knew who the baby face in the heel was, and the crowd was loud. Rich turned the sound off, so we didn't get that part.
No, my iPod crapped out on me.
Whatever, but I'm going to tell you, they were loud, weren't they?
Probably one of the loudest environments that I've ever had.
I'm telling you, it was unreal. And people say that stuff's dead. It's not dead. They just don't know how to do it. But they opened the show and it just took the whole show through the roof. I mean, throughout the night. But what I'm trying to say is, that way, when you get to the ring, because none of you are known, and what I'm saying is, they don't know who you are from Joe Smith or whatever. If you're going out as a baby face, number one, like The Rock says, know your role. Am I a baby face or am I a heel? Do you understand? There's no room in wrestling for tweeners. Not unless it'd be The Rock and Stone Cold wrestling, where they're kind of in between and the people, some are for them and some are not. But you guys have to know, I'm a baby face or I'm a heel, so that you have to act accordingly. You understand what I'm saying? A baby face, happy, smiling. A heel, just like the faces you're making, like this and that. But also, you got to realize that as a heel, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but this is just psychology part. If you overpower the baby face and beat the baby face to death, why would the people like the baby face? Understand? It's just like a superhero movie. The baby face, good guy, hero might get knocked down, but you know, once he gets a chance, he's going to get up, and buddy, that other guy's going to be in a lot of trouble, right? So with that being said, let's go back to 2 more partners locking up and getting an arm. Is Cody taught all of you all to get the arm like that, which is great. But I want to try to give you variations because he is tremendous. Hey, how are you doing tonight? You doing all right? God bless you. It's good to see you. But Cody's giving you variations, but everybody has just a little bit of different twists on things. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, I'm coming to add a little bit different. Like I said, with me, when I stand up, when I lock up, and I get the arm, I didn't move my arm down, I just grabbed it, right? And I did that, right? So that I never let go of the arm. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of guys do that. So there's 2 variations that you have if you're going to get an arm. Like say, for example, if I lock up with him, I say, get my arm. You can do it the way I did it. You can do it the way I did it. Relax just a little bit, brother. I'm not going to take it out of your hand. Go on. But do you understand what I'm saying? So either you can slide up and get the wrist. Is that how you taught him? Show me how you taught him. Oh, okay. I like that too. That's great. That's great. So we have 3 ways. You've got where you just slide up and grab the wrist right? Like you guys did earlier. Then you had the way Cody, you went like this, right, Cody? Then you can do anything you want out of it. I got you. Then I showed you this. So Cody's actually about like mine, and he's just coming this way, which is fine. Everybody got that? So who was your partner before? Get with them right now, and I want you guys to go out on that floor. I want you to practice those 3 ways of grabbing it, and then exchange. And I'm going to be watching everybody. Grab my wrist. Twist my arm. Don't do that. Number 1, don't ever do that. Did you just see what he did? Don't ever do that. Never, never, never. Go on down. Everything's fine, but here's the problem. If this was a shoot, if this was real, you see where I'm going with this? Yes. I could break his wrist off with the holes that you guys are getting on people. And I mean, it's for real. It's for real. Yes. You understand? Does everybody hear me? Yes, you see this right here? This doesn't mean nothing. But it's for real, and it is an arm breaker. And I can take control of him or anybody else with this. Will you guys tonight promise me to get out of the habit of grabbing this?
Yes, that's my fault. I'm going to talk.
I know, but listen to me. This is for real. It's to hurt people. If you're in a shooting situation where someone is doing something to you in the ring, and it don't happen like this much anymore, but I would break your freaking wrist off. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So please get out of that habit, because there's not a whole lot of places we can go from here. And it's like Ricky Steamboat got in the ring with me, and we were teaching some guys. Listen, when I'm in and nothing against Cody, it's cool. Listen, I have the utmost respect for him. I'm not here to teach over him. I'm here to teach under him because I respect him and what he's done. But with that particular thing, so many people are doing that where they're going up here. Where there's so many other things. I mean, you can eventually get to this and work with this for a little bit, and it is for real, and it is a shoot, right? I mean, it'll take you down. It is for real. I'm not saying you can never do that in a match, But I'm saying right at the beginning, if you get to here, because when I go to try to bend your hand, I'm in a compromising position. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm here, then when I go to grab the hammerlock, he feels a lot more comfortable. You understand? Instead of having his wrist, instead of having his wrist, and then I'm kind of bending. I mean, this is for real, and it's a shoot. And you can get there, like say for example, when we lock up, if I get his arm, and I work for a second, and he reverses it, and he grabs it, nope. No. Reverse my arm again. Reverse it. Better. Then I'm here. We're like ballet, right? Everybody's looking at us. The crowd can see us. Then, here. You understand? Then I can go back. Go back. You understand? Because this is real. And I would not want to give my hand to somebody like that that don't know what they're doing. Because I'm going to tell you why. They can hurt you really bad, really fast, and for a long time. Because injuries are real in wrestling, and you can't make no money or go do a booking without if you're hurt. So the main thing of it is, you can go to that eventually, but don't hang out on that. And don't go straight to that. Okay? Does everybody hear me on that? So you're not going to, when you go to grab my arm, okay, hold on. I got your arm. Reverse it. You're not going to open your fingers at all, right? You're going to make it look real, right? And just because you got the arm when you lock up, you don't have to go ahead and get my arm. And you can go either way, Cody, that way, which I just showed you. I like the way Cody did it too. You know what? Grab my arm like that. Grab my arm like that. Look. Go. Now you see, when I used to wrestle in 1977, here's the way it was. Get my arm like that and do that. Here's the way they did you. Number one, they didn't want you in the wrestling business. You weren't welcome in it. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that or not. But in the early days, nobody wanted you in wrestling.
Yeah, Les just told me those stories.
They don't want you. You were an unwanted guest. I set the ring up and this and that, and I wasn't allowed in the dressing room. You were unwanted. So, but let me show you. Walk up with me. Get my arm. Now watch. I'm putting him, you understand what I'm doing? I'm moving him around. That's just like Tommy Gilbert, Eddie Gilbert's dad. You can lock up with him, and all of a sudden, you'd be in a headlock. No. Sorry. Here. I lock up, he'd put himself in headlocks and leg locks and everything. You understand what I'm saying? But I know I kind of went over that a bunch of times. But do you all understand where I'm getting at as far as that thing? And here's what I want to say is, so say for example, I want you all to practice at home. I want you to say, okay, now look, from this, I get my arm. You grab it the way you want. You can twist it that way too, brother. There's no. Now, you can either get me an arm bar, like she was doing, get me an arm bar. I told her, hold on. Watch. She pulls me in. Do you understand what I'm saying? She could also do it where she goes, now pull me into an arm bar. Do you understand what I mean? What's wrong?
Nothing, I was just pointing out to these guys how you hold them.
Yes, I taught her to. Look, you see where we're at? You see? No one pays attention to that. You understand what I'm saying? We're at a good distance. Other way, if I was here or all up here, what I'm trying to paint a picture for is we're working in wrestling because we love it. But we also have to remember those people are paying their money. We want them to get every morsel out of it. You understand what I'm saying? I want them to be able to see it. And you know, I talked to them a while ago, Cody. Like if I'm the heel and she's a baby face, I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it. I start up here slow. The crowd right there would go, hey, ref. And he's asking me, did you try to do no. Then I'm coming up here again, right? Then maybe I might pull a little bit, but hold on to it, ref. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it's the ideal of it. Going to something, taking your time to get to that, then when you get to that, act on it. Do you understand what I'm saying? As far as anything in life, you wouldn't sit down to a steak dinner and cut that thing up and go, and then all of a sudden you've ate in 2 minutes, right? So the same thing with the wrestling. The bell's gonna ring, it's me and heaven. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna take our time, and Heather, if I try to reach for your hand and pull it back, okay? It's just if I'm trying, yeah, I mean, we don't have to lock up right away, right? And finally, we want to make them people want that. It's like when that big juicy steak gets out there and they put it in front of you to sizzle and it's got butter and garlic on it. Say, man, I can't wait to get into that. But this is the same thinking. The thing they want us to do, number one, is to lock up. And I mean, we're not going to walk and talk, but we're going to get on the second like we're sizing each other up. That's okay. Yeah, and always when you do that, always when you do that, you go ahead and hit it up under here, because look, this paints the picture for everybody in the audience, right? Then, go ahead and hit it, no, go ahead and go from here and hit it up.
Oh, okay.
Set it up. Get me an arm bar. And she's got the arm bar, right? You two lock up. Keep your heads back. Reach your arms out. In a working way. That's good. And when she does that, that's good to look down, but then I want you to look up. When people see that pain on your face, you understand what I'm saying? There you go. That's fine. You can reverse it like that. That's fine. I want to do it to her. Look here. Hit an arm up underneath. Hit it up underneath, right? With more authority as it goes. Yeah. Like say for example, I'd hit it up. You understand what I'm saying? Make it look like it. Yeah, there you go. And she sells. Take your time. Twist her arm. That's good. You know how to reverse that? That's nice. You can hold it, Heather, stop. Do you know how to top press lock her from that?
Yeah.
Do it. Stay right there, young lady. Hold on. No.
Oh, it's all good.
It's almost opposite. Get my arm. I'm sorry, I stepped on your pedal.
You're right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now, like with the hammer lock, all you have to do basically if she's there is by one step back. Right? Now, you can also do it like this, to where I grab her arm, I can take her right down to the mat. You understand what I'm saying? So come back down. So if you're going to top wrist lock me, you're going to go, keep going underneath. Grab the switch with that hand. You see what I'm saying? Put that right there on your wrist. Put that on your shoulder, I'm sorry. Okay? Did everybody see that? Did you see it, brother? Yeah. I'm going to go back in the hammer lock. You can do the top wrist lock. Now, as soon as you're there, grab that arm and it's up and it's here. And we're just chain wrestling now. Basic movements. Do you understand what I'm saying? But we're right here like this, right? Then I just step back underneath. And you can kind of reach between your legs to reach for my foot. And I'm here to make it look like we're doing something, right? Did everybody understand me? And so then I've got her arm, and then I can come back and pull her arm out, here again, wherever I want to go without actually letting go. You see what I'm saying? On the arm. But I told them beforehand, I don't know if he's here or not. But everybody has to know who they are.